Well, hello. It is May the 4th, and that can only mean one thing. No, not Zelda Day. No, still have the eggs, but we're not looking for those. What's May the 4th, you might ask? Well, May the 4th be with you. That's right, it is Star Wars Day. I've got my Buffalo Bisons, Han Solo Death Star, and Millennium Falcon jersey on. Now, I'm not going to wear this limited edition special one-of-a-kind jersey while I'm cooking and preparing, so I have another t-shirt on. It's not Star Wars themed, but it's still pretty fun. But we're going to put this back in the closet so that way it doesn't get ruined while we go have some fun. Okay, so on this May the 4th, we're going to start by making Galaxy's Edge inspired drinks. Now, they have all sorts of cocktails down there at Galaxy's Edge. Some are alcoholic, some are non-alcoholic, but we're sticking to non-alcoholic. I'm not necessarily following the recipes from Galaxy's Edge. I don't have all those ingredients. I thought it would just be fun to make some wacky drinks, and then I'll even give them some Star Wars inspired names. So I have a whole bunch of ingredients here just off camera that you can't see that I'm going to use. I also have some inspiration with me. I have my thermal detonator Coke and my thermal detonator Sprite. So we are going to do this right. A bunch of different cups we're going to use, somewhat clear so you can kind of see what maybe the color becomes when things get added. Let's go ahead and get started with our first drink. Alright, we're going to add ice to this drink right from the beginning. Ice cube. Okay. Nice big ice cube. Kind of looks Star Warsian, or maybe even something out of the world of Frozen. We're going to add some iced tea. Then we're going to go with iced tea for this one. Add a big pitcher here of iced tea. That'll be my base. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's add some maraschino cherry juice. Okay, that should be pretty good. And while we're at it, why don't we go ahead and add in some Mountain Dew? Why not? Should be good. Alright, so it still kind of looks like iced tea. I'm going to go get a spoon and stir this up. Be right back. Alright, I'm going to use a knife instead so I can really get in there. So you can kind of see it's a little red. Okay. We're get that all stirred up in here. I'll kind of see through it a little bit. You can see the knife doing its thing. It's a little red. Alright. I mean, it smells like Mountain Dew. Smells like iced tea. This should be fine. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Oh yeah. No, this is good. But all the flavors actually mix really well here. So you don't really get sort of the carbonation from the Mountain Dew. It's there a little bit, but it's not something that's sort of get stuck there in your throat or even in your upper chest. You can definitely taste the cherry juice, so it kind of almost has like a Code Red flavor, Mountain Dew Code Red. And the iced tea pulls it all together. Well, I bet it's the iced tea that's softening the fizz from the Mountain Dew. But yeah, I mean, this is almost like a Shirley Temple, but not quite. Give it a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, if they serve that in the park, I would drink it. So now we have to come up with a name for this. It's kind of reddish, as you can see, kind of reddish. Not quite as red as his hat, but it's close. So we need a Star Wars inspired name here. We used maraschino cherry juice, we used Mountain Dew, we used iced tea, and we used ice. What do we want to call this? I'm going to call this Mustafar Delight. Why not? So, Mustafar Delight. It's good. Real good. Alright, let's move on to the second one. Alright, new cup. Looks like the old cup, but it's different. New cup. Let's start with iced tea again. That makes a good base. Go in there. I'm not going to make as much this time, so I want to have a few different ones. This time, we are going to add into the iced tea orange juice. Now we got a little citrus flavor going on in here. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it is brown. The iced tea is brown, but now it looks a little like murkier brown. And I can smell the orange juice. Alright, we're going to go ahead and mix those in right now, so that the iced tea and the orange juice can sort of mix. I'm not going to add any ice to it, because the iced tea and the orange juice are both very cold. You smell them pretty good? We're going to one last thing. We are going to add in Canada Dry pomegranate seltzer water. That should be enough. And again, I said I wasn't going to make much, but I made like a whole drink. But alright. It kind of looks like apple cider now. So from orange juice and iced tea colored, we have sort of a apple juice colored. I mean, I can smell the orange juice. I can smell the pomegranate. I can't quite smell the iced tea, but let's go ahead and taste it. Oh yeah, this is good. This one's really good. It's fruity. You get the orange juice, but then you also get the pomegranate that comes through. And you got that water. Now again, sparkling part of the water has been negated here, probably by the iced tea, I would guess. But, you know, who knows? This is really good. I mean, it definitely reminds me of stuff I drank on Batu, so that's a plus. Let's one more sip here. It also has like a pineapple flavor to it. There's no pineapple in it, but I wonder if the pomegranate, the water, the orange juice is reacting that way. But it kind of has like a pineapple flavor. It's good. It's like a tropical punch, I would say. So, alright. So it's tropical punch. Let's go with... how about we go with Steriff Punch. Alright, this will be Steriff Punch. Down on the beaches there. Yeah, the Steriff Punch is pretty good. Alright, for this one, I'm going to mix some old standbys. So we get green Hawaiian Punch and blue Hawaiian Punch. So we're going to mix these together. Alright, there's some blue. Alright, to make a kind of cool Star Wars color. I do have glasses up there that have a light in the bottom. I should have used one of those, but I think the light's dead. But so far we have a color like this. Very cantina looking. We're going to go ahead and add some maraschino cherry juice to that. Little, that's good. I think we're going to let it just sort of work its way through. It kind of gives it a little interesting flavor. It had a light. It'd be shining through, kind of neat. It definitely smells like high C, and I don't know, kind of exciting. Now we're going to add one last dash of something here. We're going to add some grapefruit sparkling water. Just enough to give it a fizz. That should do it. It knocked out some of the red from the bottom, which is okay. It smells like high C. So now I'm going to give it a stir. It's still green. Alright, let's try it. Needs ice. This one needs ice. Ice in. This one definitely needs ice. Okay. So we got the ice in there. That'll chill it off. Try it again. Yeah, this one's okay. It really just tastes like high C. The mixture of the two. You know, it's not bad. But I think out of the two that I've made already before this is number 3. Maybe if I added a little more cherry juice or something, it would have been okay. But alright, so we have to come up with a name for this. But Dagobah Bog. How about that? No, I don't like that one. How about some Dagobah Grog? There we go. Because it is a bog. Dagobah Grog. We'll call it. It is better when it's cold, and it's getting a lot colder now, but still, it's not at the top at all. So, alright, that's alright. Not all going to be super great. Let's go ahead and make number 4. Okay, so for this one, we're going to add in Mountain Dew. We're going to add in some maraschino cherry juice. We're going to basically make Mountain Dew Code Red. Add in the Canada Dry pomegranate ginger ale, or sparkling water actually. Then grapefruit water and some orange juice. Now, spoiler alert, I already tasted some of this because my video didn't save. But here's the final look at it. It's sort of like an orangey look. I put some ice in there to chill it, but it was a nice orange all the way through. I also liked this one a lot, but I'll try it again just because it didn't save. It is very, very good. And so it's orange at the sun, it's bright, so we need a name for that. Let's call it Bright Suns. That's what they say when you're on Batu, there at Galaxy's Edge. They say Bright Suns. This will be the Bright Suns. It kind of makes you feel happy when you drink it. It perks you up like a bright sunny day would do. This is good. It's definitely in my top 3. We're going to forget about that high C mixture I made. It just didn't turn out good. But this one's up there again. Let's go ahead and make a 5th drink. Alright, so this one's going to need a jolt, because I'm going to call this one, I already know the name already. I want to make something called the Kessel Run. This is going to be in honor of Han Solo, of course. So this needs to have a nice jolt. So it's going to need Mountain Dew. Ice, let's go ahead and start doing that ice in there. We can start chilling this drink. So this needs to have a kick, like I said. So next we're going to go with the iced tea, but not too much. That's good. The blue high C. I don't know. It's changing color. It's definitely multicolored. I kind of like the different layers of it. Let me try that first with the layering here before I go ahead and mix it. Let's see. Let's just taste like high C. Let's mix. Now it looks like swamp water. That's alright. Yeah, I mean, this looks like, you know, radiator fluid or something, so that's perfect for the Kessel Run. You need to get that into the Millennium Falcon to give it a kick, and it definitely has a nice, even, smooth flavor. It's fruity. You got the fruity from the high C, but you got sort of that, you know, lemony lime sort of thing going on with the Mountain Dew and all the different flavors in there. Yeah, this is good. This is actually good. So, I like that it turned out that color because, again, this is stuff you got to add into that hyperdrive to make sure that it can do everything it needs to do for that Kessel Run. So, the Kessel Run drink actually turned out pretty good. Well, I'm going to stop making these type of drinks. And I'm going to show you 2 I made earlier that I think you've been waiting for the whole time. You know what they are? You probably do. Here they come. It's so easy. It couldn't be anything else but blue milk and green milk. I think I nailed the colors. I think those look just like the colors on Batu. So now this is going to be a little bit different than what they serve at Batu. There is a little more of a frozen concoction, kind of like a, I don't want to call it a smoothie, but more so like a slushy sort of thing. You know, it's very fruity and fragrant as well too. So these are also very fruity. Almost smells like, you know, the breakfast cereal milk that you have at the end when you've had like Lucky Charms or something, and you have the milk at the end. They're made with milk. So go ahead and try them. Blue first. That's actually really good. It basically tastes like Fruit Loops milk. So you've been eating your Fruit Loops. This is what's left at the end, and now you got the Fruit Loops. That's really, really good actually. Definitely better than the one in the park. That's really good. And it's a milky consistency. This is good. Great. Green. That's the color it is in the park. Like that greenish, almost yellow. So, time to try this milk. The green's good too. It has a nice, fruity flavor. Like this one's more like tropical, I would say. It's kind of a little bit more tropical. This is more like fruity. You know, you might say, what's the difference? This tastes like, you know, exotic sort of fruits. These taste like your typical fruits that you might just eat normally. So this tastes like more like homegrown sort of stuff. This tastes more like exotic. So, all right, mix. All right, started to change color a little bit. Smells all right. All right, the mixture of blue and green, we're going to call this turquoise. That's really good still. Again, you definitely get that sort of fruity pebbles. Or, yeah, that works too. Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, any of those types of cereals. That's definitely coming through very strongly in this. Yeah, I basically made cereal milk, and I couldn't be happier. This is delicious. So, green, formerly blue, now green and blue. These were a winner. These are, again, in my opinion, these are better than what they serve in the park. Those are an acquired taste. I think they use coconut milk and other things like that, so it's a non-dairy product. This is a dairy product, for sure. I used milk. So down there, you know, there's a floral flavor for some of them. There's sort of like an earthy flavor. It's not for everybody. There's some people that I know that are bloggers and vloggers for Disney parks. They can't stomach them. All right, back to green for a second. That's the only one I have left that's pure. Back to green. Let's make sure I like the green. And I did. You know, it's good. This is very tropical. This again, it's better than what's at the park, but it reminds me more of what's at the park because it kind of has that sort of, like I said, tropical flavor to it. Where it's just enough. This one is definitely very fruity. All right, there are the drinks. We tried to create some fun drinks inspired by Batuu, Galaxy's Edge. We did all sorts of different fruity drinks. We did all sorts of strange concoctions of things, and we ended, of course, with the milk. Now we're going to go ahead and get ready for dinner, because I am going to make my version. It's pretty darn close, I think. My version of my favorite food at Batuu, a Ronto wrap. Now, I'm not going to show you how I made the Ronto wrap. Not that I'm trying to hide anything, but there's no point watching me grill up the food and stuff like that. But what you'll see is how I'm going to assemble it and what every piece of it is, and then what my reaction is when I eat it. So I'm going to go ahead and start preparing the food. Next time you see me, I'll have it all laid out for you so we can build a Ronto wrap and see how it compares to the one in the park. Bright suns. That's good. I think it was this one that made Luke say that, but you get the picture. Okay, so we have everything we're going to need for our Ronto wrap. I've prepared all the food, now we just have to assemble it. First, you're going to need pita. Normal, standard pita, nothing fancy about that. Okay. Next, you're going to take thin pork. So you can either use thin pork chops, pork loin that you flatten really thin. You're going to add that to the pita. So look, there's one piece. Next, we're going to add a sausage, but I couldn't find what I was looking for, so I got all beef Salem hot dogs. They should do the trick. Next, we're going to add coleslaw. So I made a sweet and tangy slaw. It doesn't have mayo on it, so it's a sweet and tangy coleslaw. So go ahead and add some of that. So basically use vinegar, sugar, stuff like that. In all honesty, that looks really good so far. And to top it all off, the peppercorn sauce, and I'm just going to use plain old Parmesan peppercorn dressing. Okay. This part's probably not going to be the best, but it's something. So that's pretty darn close to what the actual Ronto wrap would have and what it would look like. Now all you gotta do is fold it up and eat it. All right, so we have our Ronto wrap assembled. Let's give it a bite. It's not bad, actually. The hot dog's not bad. I was worried about it. kind of broke it. I wasn't paying attention, but coleslaw's good. I'm a little disappointed in myself for breaking it, but that's alright. So what we're gonna do, some pork on this piece, some of this hot dog, and some coleslaw. Solved. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, the sauce, the peppercorn sauce is okay. It certainly wasn't a ranch dressing or the peppercorn cream sauce. I'll probably used maybe cream or yogurt or something like that with the peppercorn flavor, but it's still pretty good. The all beef hot dog is serving its purpose fine. And honestly, getting a pork sausage would be a little bit better, but it's all right. Pork itself is good, so all the elements are there for imitation Ronto wrap. And since flights to Batu are on hold right now, you can't really visit. This will have to do. So awesome. So remember, you need pita, thin, very thin pork. Okay. So pork chops that are thin cut, pork loin that you've pounded down to be really thin. Like if I could have even made these even a little thinner, it'd be all right. Pork sausage, okay, or all beef hot dog that I'm using here, Salem brand, which is good. Coleslaw, but not a mayo coleslaw. You need a sweet and tangy coleslaw. Okay, so almost like an Asian slaw, if you will. Those are really good. Okay, you can buy that at Aldi's. You know, the Asian slaw mix there is very good with all the different types of cabbage and stuff. And then you need a peppercorn sauce. So I used a peppercorn ranch dressing. I might look for a recipe next time to make a peppercorn cream sauce, which would probably be a little closer, but you know, there might even been some dill in there and all sorts of stuff. But this will do on May the 4th. Yeah, I'm surprised how good that hot dog is. Alright, we're going to finish eating, and then we can wrap up for the day. May the 4th be with you. Alright, so there you have it. I made the drinks, I made the Ronto wrap. We had some fun today. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe and give me a big thumbs up so I know that you liked it. Also, ring that notification bell so you know when my other videos are coming out. Enjoy your Star Wars Day. Bright suns, everyone.